In a small, dusty village surrounded by golden sands and swaying palm trees, there lived a hard-working blacksmith named Abu and his young son, Aladdin. The sun rose each day, painting the adobe houses with golden light. Abu hammered glowing iron in his smoky forge, crafting tools and weapons for the villagers. The air rang with the sharp clang of metal and smelled of fire. Aladdin, a curious boy with bright eyes and a quick smile, helped his father but dreamed of riches, palaces, and princesses from marketplace tales. One sunny morning, as the call to prayer echoed, Aladdin turned to Abu. "Father, I need a knife. A sharp, strong one that could cut through anything." Abu wiped sweat from his brow, his face creased with worry. "Why do you need such a thing, my boy? A knife can be a weapon. Tell me why." Aladdin shuffled his feet, dodging his father's gaze. "Just make it, father. Please, I beg you." Weeks passed, Aladdin's pleas growing louder, until Abu gave in, forging a knife that gleamed like polished silver. Abu handed the knife to Aladdin, hoping it would calm his son's strange obsession. But Aladdin's eyes narrowed as he gripped the knife, his voice cold and commanding. "Father, go to the Sultan's palace now. Ask for Princess Jasmine's hand in marriage for me. Refuse, and this knife ends your life." Abu's heart sank like a stone. His hands shook as he stared at his son, now a stranger. "What madness is this, Aladdin? The Sultan would never allow it. Threaten your own father? What's possessed you?" Aladdin's grip tightened, his face fierce. That night, under twinkling stars, Abu lay awake, his mind racing. "If I face the Sultan, he'll execute me for insolence," Abu thought. "But if I stay, my son will kill me. Better to die with dignity than by his hand." At dawn, Abu donned his best robes and set off for the palace, his steps heavy with resolve. He passed through bustling markets, merchants shouting over piles of spices, silks, and jewels that sparkled in the sun. Abu's heart pounded, but he whispered prayers for strength, pushing forward to the city's heart. The palace stood grand with white marble towers and lush gardens, fountains splashing like liquid diamonds. Guards led Abu to the throne room, where Sultan Rahman sat on a golden throne, Vizier Karim at his side. Abu bowed low, voice trembling. "O great Sultan, I humbly ask for Princess Jasmine's hand for my son, Aladdin." The Sultan's face reddened with rage. "How dare a blacksmith demand such a thing?" he roared, as courtiers gasped and guards gripped their swords. Vizier Karim leaned close, his voice a sly whisper. "My lord, don't kill him. Set an impossible task. Let him fail and save our honor." The Sultan nodded, his anger easing like a fading storm. He faced Abu. "Very well, blacksmith. Your son must perform a feat no one has ever seen or done. Succeed, and Jasmine is his. Fail and never return." Abu bowed, relief flooding him like a cool oasis breeze. He had escaped death. Back home, Abu told Aladdin everything. The boy's eyes lit up. "We'll find this feat, father. We'll win the princess." At dawn, father and son packed bread, dates, and water skins, leaving the village as the sky glowed pink. They trekked through scorching deserts, the sun blazing, mirages shimmering like false promises on the horizon. They crossed rickety bridges over rushing rivers, sharing stories of heroes and hopes to ease the journey. After days of travel, they entered a mysterious forest, its ancient trees twisting like serpents, the air cool with wildflower scents. Deep in the forest, they found Malik under a flowering tree, yellow petals scattered like confetti. His leg was in a stove, flames leaping from his foot, frying pakoras without pain. He ate them happily. Aladdin whispered, "This is it. The Sultan's never seen this." Abu stepped forward. "Kind sir, teach my son this skill to win a princess." Malik smiled mysteriously. "I'm only a student. Find my master deeper in." Disappointed but hopeful, they pushed deeper, the forest darkening, sunlight filtering through leaves like gold dust. They found Tariq under a banyan tree, red fruits scattered around. His foot fueled a stove, crafting sweet jalebis. their aroma tempting Aladdin. "This is even better," he exclaimed. They begged Tariq to teach, but he pointed ahead. "My master awaits." The path twisted on, birds chirping, monkeys chattering from branches like playful spirits. In a clearing, under a berry tree with glowing fruits, Zayd sat, his foot in a stove, boiling sugarcane into rich jaggery, the air sweet and heavy. There sat Jafar, the master sorcerer, his eyes sharp as daggers. Abu pleaded, "Wise one, take my son as your apprentice. Teach him this magic for the Sultan's task." Jafar grinned slyly. "Agreed. Lock him in that chamber and return in a year." Jafar handed Abu keys to a stone room hidden among the trees, cold and heavy in his hand. Abu locked Aladdin inside, his heart breaking, promising to return. Unknown to him, Jafar was a cruel sorcerer, trapping boys to steal their life force for dark magic. Inside the dark chamber, Aladdin paced, waiting for lessons. Hours passed, then a day with no food or water. As his eyes adjusted, Aladdin saw bones, human skeletons picked clean, scattered like grim warnings. "Oh no," Aladdin gasped. "This is a trap. Jafar means to kill me like them." Tears fell as he pictured his fate, starving among bones. But Aladdin's spirit held strong. "I won't die here," he vowed, clenching his fists. He grabbed a sharp bone and chipped at the wall, sweat dripping, his hands blistering but relentless. Days and nights blurred, until he broke through to another room, light spilling in like hope. The chamber was a paradise. Soft carpets, silk hangings, scented with incense. Behind a curtain, Layla slept on a luxurious bed, her beauty radiant. She awoke as Aladdin approached. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice firm but kind. "I'm Aladdin, trapped by your father," he said, sharing his story. Layla's eyes softened. "My father is evil, trapping boys like you. I'll teach you magic stronger than his." Layla offered Aladdin dates and sherbet, then began teaching him spells, her hands glowing with magic. For months, they practiced by candlelight, turning objects into animals, conjuring flames, shape-shifting. Aladdin learned fast, driven by thoughts of Princess Jasmine. Their friendship grew deep, perhaps touching love, though they never spoke it. Layla shared her tale. Jafar kept her hidden, fearing her greater power. "One day, I'll be free," she whispered, eyes dreamy. 2 years later, Abu returned to the clearing. Jafar sat unchanged, eating jaggery. "Where's my son?" Abu demanded. Jafar shrugged. "You locked him in. Check yourself." Abu rushed to the chamber, finding only bones and a hole. Crawling through, he found Aladdin and Layla, alive and radiant. Abu hugged his son, tears of joy falling. Layla explained Jafar's cruelty, her voice steady but sad. She devised a plan. "Tell my father Aladdin died. Beg to take his bones for burial." Abu wept before Jafar, who handed over a sheet, cold and uncaring. In the chamber, Abu wrapped Aladdin in the sheet, hiding him. Layla warned, "Don't use magic for gain, or Jafar will sense it." She stayed behind, eyes misty. "Go, and remember me." Abu carried Aladdin from the forest to lush fields, where a farmer worked a water wheel with an old ox. Aladdin, eager to test his magic, said, "Father, I'll become an ox. Sell me, but keep the rope." With a chant, Aladdin turned into a sturdy ox, his form shimmering. The farmer paid Abu 5 dinars, impressed, using his own rope as agreed. Aladdin escaped, reverting to human form, laughing with Abu as the farmer chased shadows, confused. Greed clouded their minds. Aladdin ignored Layla's warning. "I'll become a camel. Sell me for more gold, but keep the halter." Aladdin chanted and became a camel, standing tall in the desert sun. An old beggar, Jafar in disguise, met them, his eyes glinting. He bought the camel, demanding the halter. Abu protested, but the crowd sided with the beggar, shouting him down. Abu gave up the halter, Jafar grinning as Aladdin looked trapped. Aladdin chanted, becoming a pigeon, flying free from the halter's grip. Jafar turned into a hawk, chasing Aladdin over treetops and clouds, talons flashing. Village women gathered clay by a muddy pool as Aladdin, a pigeon, dove toward it. He became a frog, splashing into the mud to hide. Jafar, now a crane, waded in, pecking the water, searching for Aladdin. Aladdin turned into a golden ring, slipping onto a village girl's finger, gleaming brightly. Jafar, as a mystic, demanded the ring. The girl's mother, suspicious, made her throw it away. As the ring flew, Aladdin became a pigeon again, soaring off, Jafar's hawk in pursuit. They flew over the Sultan's palace, its towers gleaming, the court bustling below. Aladdin became a golden thread, weaving into the Sultan's turban for safety. Jafar, as a mystic, entered the court. "Sultan, give me the golden thread in your turban," he demanded. The Sultan, shocked, reached into his turban. The thread turned into a rosary, beads scattering across the floor. Jafar became a rooster, pecking at the beads frantically. Aladdin, now a cat, pounced, crushing the rooster and ending Jafar forever. The court gasped as Aladdin returned to human form, bowing before the stunned Sultan. "Your Majesty, have you seen such magic before?" Aladdin asked. The Sultan, eyes wide, shook his head. "No, never." Aladdin pressed on. "Remember your promise to my father. I'm the blacksmith's son. I fulfilled your condition. Give me Jasmine's hand." The Sultan, bound by his word, agreed. Days later, Abu led a grand wedding procession. Aladdin on horseback, the streets alive with music and cheers. Aladdin and Jasmine wed under arches, fireworks bursting, their love blooming like desert flowers after rain. The blacksmith's son became the Sultan's son-in-law, celebrated with feasts that lasted days. With no son of his own, the Sultan named Aladdin his heir. Years later, after the Sultan's death, Aladdin took the throne, ruling with wisdom and honor. Aladdin often thought of Layla, sending search parties, but she had vanished, perhaps on her own adventures. This tale teaches us greed can blind us, knowledge is power, and true worth lies in actions, not birth. Promises must be kept, and help can come from unexpected places.